Bill and Melinda Gates are getting divorced. And it's partly over Bill's relationship with sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Welcome to America Uncovered. I'm Chris Chappell. This episode is sponsored by Surfshark. You should be using a VPN like Surfshark to protect yourself whenever you go online, especially when you're watching videos like this. Now, as you've no doubt heard, Bill and Melinda Gates are getting divorced. The poor couple. And you probably thought they had everything. Billions of dollars, a global charitable foundation, a relationship with registered sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. But now, all that's over. Well, except for the billions of dollars. And the global charitable foundation. But they don't have Jeffrey Epstein anymore. Because in 2019, Epstein killed himself in his Manhattan jail cell. Sorry, got a little tickle in my throat. Epstein killed himself in his Manhattan jail cell, is what the New York Times reported. But as my therapist tells me, just because someone is dead doesn't mean your relationship with them is over, Mr. Bubbles. Anyway, the ghost of Jeffrey Epstein is back. According to a Wall Street Journal article last week about the Bill and Melinda Gates divorce, while the couple hasn't said what prompted the split, one source of concern for Ms. Gates was her husband's dealings with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Now, I'm not saying Bill Gates had some kind of relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, the guy who allegedly solicited underage girls for sex, and allegedly brought them to his secret island, the one with the creepy, weird temple, where, just to be clear, nothing illegal has ever been proven to have happened. Where was I? Oh, right, Bill Gates. Bill Gates first met Jeffrey Epstein in 2011. That's after Epstein was already a registered sex offender and had served prison time for 2 counts of felony prostitution, including soliciting sex from a minor. And this was already widely known in the press. I wonder if this is why the relationship made Melinda Gates uncomfortable. Yes, it is in fact part of the reason for their divorce, according to reports. But don't worry, because in an interview with the Wall Street Journal back in 2019, the reporter asked Bill Gates about his relationship with Epstein. And Gates replied, "I met him. I didn't have any business relationship or friendship with him. I didn't go to New Mexico or Florida or Palm Beach or any of that." Phew, what a relief. Bill Gates didn't have any business relationship or friendship or go to Florida or Palm Beach with him. Except for that time in 2013 where Mr. Gates flew on Mr. Epstein's Gulfstream plane from Teterboro Airport in New Jersey to Palm Beach, Florida. But that was not Bill Gates' fault, because Mr. Gates hadn't been aware it was Mr. Epstein's plane. I mean, sure, Bill Gates is smart enough to know more about global health than most doctors, but how could he know he was accidentally getting on Jeffrey Epstein's plane? I mean, I fly on private jets all the time without asking who's paying for my trip. It happens when you're famous and not very good looking. And anyway, it's not like Bill Gates went with Epstein to New Mexico or Florida or Palm Beach or any of that. No. The two met mainly in New York. Beginning in 2011, Mr. Gates met with Mr. Epstein on numerous occasions, including at least 3 times at Mr. Epstein's palatial Manhattan townhouse, and at least once staying late into the night. What did they do late into the night? A spokeswoman for Bill Gates said at the time that the meetings had centered on philanthropy. Excuse me, I need some water. The meetings centered on philanthropy, is what his spokeswoman said. After Bill Gates' first get-together with Jeffrey Epstein in 2011, he sent an email to colleagues saying his lifestyle is very different and kind of intriguing, although it would not work for me. To be clear though, Bill Gates was referring only to the unique decor of the Epstein residence, and Epstein's habit of spontaneously bringing acquaintances in to meet Mr. Gates. Right, what a quirky lifestyle. But anyway, Bill Gates' spokeswoman said he regrets ever meeting with Epstein and recognizes it was an error in judgment to do so. Speaking of quirky lifestyles and errors in judgment, here's a photo of Jeffrey Epstein, who at the time was already a registered sex offender, posing inside his New York mansion with, let's see, senior J.P. Morgan banker James Staley, former U.S. Treasury Secretary Lawrence Summers, very smart and honest guy Bill Gates, and relatively unknown guy Boris Nikolic, who was the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation's science advisor at the time, and also just happened to be named as the fallback executor in Jeffrey Epstein's will. Oh, that's kind of weird. Not this kind of weird, a different kind of weird. Not to worry though. Mr. Nikolic, who is now running a venture capital firm with Bill Gates as one of his investors, said he was shocked to be named in Jeffrey Epstein's will. He said in a statement to the Times, "I deeply regret ever meeting Mr. Epstein." Yes, I'll bet you do. So does Bill Gates, whose wife is divorcing him for reasons that partly include Jeffrey Epstein, with no further information given. I mean, Bill Gates stayed up late into the night with a registered sex offender only to talk about philanthropy? What a boring loser. No wonder Melinda wants a divorce. And this episode has been sponsored by Surfshark. Surfshark is a VPN that lets you protect your identity whenever you go online. And Surfshark has a great new feature for this. It's called Surfshark Search. It's like incognito mode, but even more incognito. Surfshark Search doesn't collect or store any of your data, and search results won't be connected to your browsing history because your browsing history won't be tracked, which is important. Because if you're going down the Jeffrey Epstein rabbit hole, you might want to do it anonymously, especially if you're using software created by Bill Gates. So stay safe by using Surfshark. Try it out with our special deal that includes 83% off a 2-year plan plus 3 extra months for free. Go to surfshark.com/uncovered. For just $2.21 a month, you can get Surfshark on all your devices. So click the link below. Once again, I'm Chris Chappell. See you next time.